So with that in mind, we can do a question. Cards out. Every blank in Ruby accepts a blank, but not vice versa. Let's see if you followed all the terminology. And let's do our initial vote. Initial vote. Initial vote. Oh, I like the people holding up smartphones. Initial vote. OK, we have a lot of votes for blue, majority of votes for blue, I would say. So let's talk through why blue is actually the correct answer. Congratulations to those of you who voted blue. So what is an iterator? Remember, an iterator is something that is responsible for knowing how to reach into a collection and get elements out of it. But what's it going to do with those elements? Well, that's why you have to pass a block to an iterator, right? And an iterator is really just one special case of a yield statement. That might have made you think that orange is the right answer. But if you put the sentence together, every yield statement accepts an iterator. No, that doesn't make any sense. An iterator is actually just one usage of a yield statement. Similarly, closures are certainly involved here. But closures is really just the name of the concept by which the procedural environment carries around its variables with it. So that's not correct. And every block accepts an iterator. Well, that's just, it happens to be backwards. Those are the correct two words. I tried every combination of words that I thought might be confusing. And for people who aim to just pick the answer that has keywords in it, it wouldn't have worked. OK, but you all are smarter than that. So to summarize what we've learned about Ruby, we saw duck typing before. It's a way to encourage reuse by not caring about the classes of things, but only caring about what methods something responds to. We saw a particular interesting example of that right now, which is that if you create a class that responds to the each method, and if your implementation of each uses yield to yield control back to a block, you can make things like iterators. You can assume that the blocks that get called will have all the variables in scope that they had when they started out. And this is an extremely, extremely common Ruby idiom. You're going to see it all over the place. You'll become very familiar with it. And the good news is that when we talk about JavaScript later on in the course, you're going to feel right at home, because it's really exactly the same idea. The last thing I'm going to say is, like any programming language, you learn it more by doing it. It'll become easier as you go. That's why we have an all-new homework assignment called the Oracle of Bacon, which you're going to learn about pretty soon, that will give you even better Ruby chops.